Here's a headline: 4 keys to healthy teeth. And on the other end of our line this morning, our AT&T line, Dr. Susan Maples from her practice is in Holt. Welcome back to the program.
Why, thank you very much, Michael. Good morning.
Are you smiling this morning?
I am.
I'd like to run these 4 things by you and get your reaction if you could.
Sure.
This ahealthiermichigan.org says, be sure to brush twice a day. Now, I think I do more than that. But is twice a day enough? Is what I do too much?
Boy, that's a big question. It depends on who you're talking about. You know, for kids, the number one disease we're really facing is caries, the disease of tooth decay, which is the number one disease affecting kids and causes them to lose about 51 million school hours a year. So that's a big deal, and brushing helps somewhat, but there's a much bigger root cause than that. So for you, probably, unless you're a chronic fructose and a chronic sugar user, for you, brushing is there to help prevent gum disease. So gum disease requires both brushing for the cheek side and tongue side surfaces and something to clean the sides of the teeth, like dental floss or toothpicks and things like that. So certainly that helps.
Brings us to our next point. Use the right toothbrush. Apparently, they're not all the same.
No. In fact, depending on the literature, the spin brushes, which move the bristles back and forth on your teeth, are between 17 and 50 times more effective than handheld brushes. And they're used very differently.
That's an electric toothbrush you're talking about?
Yes, a rechargeable, a brush that has a moving head. Yep. And the ones that are in the store for little kids, like the battery-operated ones, are not quite as powerful as you'd want for an adult.
Can the bristles be too hard?
Yes, absolutely. The bristles need to be soft. The bristles for medium and hard bristle brushes have never been recommended by the American Dental Association, and I'm not even sure why they sell them, but they sell them because people buy them. Yeah. People who aren't going to the dentist and not getting educated about that.
You would think that the hard bristles would do a better job of getting in there, but and you raise a good point too, that when you go to the dentists, like when they come to you, Dr. Susan Maples, there's a little bit of education thrown in with the cleaning, huh?
Hopefully a lot. That's really where our strong point can be, which is getting at the root cause of things rather than sort of the difference. For me, it's the difference between, buy a man a fish and you fed him for the day, teach a man to fish and you fed him for a lifetime. So that's really important. And my thought is that sometimes as dental offices, we miss the mark on that. I'm really doing a big push throughout our country as I speak with dentists all over the country to really, help them understand the science, help patients really understand what's getting at the cause of their disease rather than picking up a handpiece and drilling a hole and filling it and calling it a day,
ahealthiermichigan.org also says ditch the soda, that the phosphoric acid and citric acid is bad for your enamel.
Well, we've acidified the food supply in general, but the sodas also carry, 1 can of cola now has more sugar in it than the World Health Organization recommends we have in an entire day. Wow. They're asking us to cut our sugar consumption by 75%. We'll get no help from the food industry. So it's up to us to, for like an average person consuming a 2,000 calorie a day diet, to cut our sugar consumption to 5% of that, which is about 100 grams, about less than 5 teaspoons a day, and that would be less than a cola. And for kids, because they consume less because they're smaller people, that cola represents about 200% of...
Wow, that's scary. Dr. Susan Maples, dentist from Holt, says don't forget to floss, too. And she's smiling this morning, and so are we. Thanks for the advice.